Welcome to Lions News Fan Report. After last Sunday's loss to the Bills, the big question is, can this setback turn into a springboard for a comeback? The 11-game winning streak seemed to suggest the Lions were unstoppable, but the clash at Ford Field was a harsh reminder that the NFL doesn't forgive slip-ups. The 48-42 score might have suggested a close game, but the reality was different. By the third quarter, Detroit was trailing by 21 points, and while a heroic comeback effort made the ending thrilling, it wasn't enough. After the game, Dan Campbell, in his signature authentic style, used a metaphor only he could come up with. Sometimes you get used to eating steak, forget what it was like to live on old, moldy bread, and need a punch in the mouth to appreciate what you have now. His message, despite the tough tone, was clear. Adversity is an opportunity for growth. And it's this spirit of resilience that the Lions are bringing into the rest of the season. Yes, losing key players like David Montgomery and Alan McNeil is a tough blow. But Campbell and his team are determined to show that this is just another chapter in a story that could still have a glorious ending. On top of that, there's more. Internal sources indicate that one of the injured stars is doing everything possible to be ready if the Lions make it to the Super Bowl. That alone should fuel the entire team. Additionally, the front office is exploring reinforcements that could change the course of the season. Among the names being considered are Clyde Edwards-Helaire, Quinton Bohanna, Latavius Murray, and Patrick Peterson. Each of them brings something unique to the table, whether it's explosiveness in the running game, stability on the defensive line, or leadership for a young secondary. Now we want to hear from you. Which of these additions do you think could make the biggest impact? Share your thoughts in the comments and join the discussion. And of course, if you enjoyed this analysis and want to keep up with everything about the Detroit Lions, don't forget to subscribe to the Lions News Fan Report and turn on notifications. Let's go together on this journey to the playoffs. As a passionate Detroit Lions fan, this loss to the Bills felt like a bucket of cold water, especially after an incredible 11-game winning streak. Seeing the team fight back in the end, even when trailing by 21 points, showed the grit I admire so much. But it's impossible to deny that some areas need adjustments, especially with so many injuries impacting the roster. Dan Campbell's speech was brutally honest yet inspiring at the same time. It's this type of leadership that gives me hope. He understands that in the NFL, it's not just about talent, but how you respond when things go wrong. And honestly, that's what makes me believe this team can still turn the season around. The potential reinforcements like Clyde Edwards-Helaire and Patrick Peterson have me excited. Edwards-Helaire would be an intriguing addition to the running game, while Peterson could bring the experience our young secondary desperately needs. And if any of our injured players manage to return in time for the playoffs, it would be a huge emotional boost for the team and us fans. Despite the challenges, I'm confident the Lions have what it takes to overcome this phase. It wouldn't be the first time we've seen this team defy the odds, and with Dan Campbell at the helm, I know they won't give up. Let's keep believing, because as a Lions fan, I've learned that the greatest victories come after the toughest moments. What about you? Do you see this as a chance for redemption? I'd love to hear your opinions in the comments. Don't forget to subscribe to the Lions News Fan Report for more analyses like this. Let's go, Lions fans. Looking back at the Lions' recent history, this team has already proven it knows how to handle adversity. Not long ago, making it past the wild card round seemed like a distant dream, and now we're talking about contending for the Super Bowl. This evolution is no coincidence. It's the result of planning, a winning culture, and an unshakable belief that this team can overcome any obstacle. Of course, the road won't be easy. Losing key players like David Montgomery and Alan McNeil are tough blows, and every game from here on will be a battle. However, I see an opportunity in this. This is the moment for other players to step up and show what they're made of. Young talents and potential reinforcements have the chance to write their names into Lions history. The truth is, as a fan, I always expect more from the team, but I also recognize how far we've come. No matter how challenging the road ahead seems, there's something special about this team. The energy, passion, and focus that Dan Campbell brings make me believe we're building something lasting, not just a one-off successful season. So while others might be ready to count the Lions out after this loss, I say, watch closely. This team has a fighting spirit few can match, and if there's one thing we've learned over the years, it's that underestimating the Lions is never a good idea. Now I want to hear from you. What are your expectations for the rest of the season? Can these potential reinforcements turn the tide? Share your thoughts in the comments and join our community at Lions News Fan Report. Don't forget to subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss any updates. Let's march toward the playoffs together because the Lions' story is still being written, and it could be a great one.